Okay, I wanted to just talk to you about like a must-do this summer as we go into farmers market season. First of all, how's everybody doing? I want to share this with you guys because I really think it's like game-changing as you prepare for your summer farmers markets. So we often get a lot of you guys know we offer frozen juice now here in shop, which is wonderful. It has truly been game-changing. It really gives our customers the ability to buy in bulk. And as a juice shop, it also allows you to kind of prepare. You know, frozen juice can be good in the freezer. You know, our health department said indefinitely, but we recommend 3 months. You know, all of our frozen juice is from the last week probably. We tell our customers you can keep it in your freezer for up to 3 months. They could really keep it up to a year, 6 months. I mean, it's frozen, right? Like, it's not going to go bad. Offering frozen really in a shop setting really allows you to, if you see a good deal, stock up and stock your freezer, you know, and have that for a while. So it's just a really wonderful way to serve your customers same product but delivered differently that serves them even better. And that's really always a good business move, is like, how can you take what you already have but package it in a different way, offer it in a different way. You know, for example, a sandwich shop all uses the same ingredients, but they're just making all different items with the same ingredients, right? So they're not having to go and source more products. It's just using what you already have in-house and making new products with what you already have. Our customers have truly loved it. I would say it's actually gone over way better than we thought it was going to. We offered frozen, like you could buy it just on our website and we would make it and freeze it for you and you could pick it up. It wasn't like a frozen case here in the front of the house. We did that for like a year and we realized, wow, customers are just really loving this. We have a lot that buy 30 packs every month and maybe they live a little bit further away. We're kind of a rural area, so we have customers that travel 2 hours to us. And so they'll buy frozen, they'll stock up for the whole month, and they're good to go. And they just get it out of the freezer when they're ready to have it, thaw it in the fridge or under hot water, and it's good to go. Always people ask, like, does it lose nutritional value? Maybe 2% nutritional value it loses, hardly any. And honestly, I would prefer a frozen juice that was freshly frozen, meaning we juice it, we freeze it right away. We do not juice, put it in the fridge. If it doesn't sell, then we freeze it. We do not do that. All of our frozen juice is freshly frozen. We aren't doing old juice this. We aren't taking frozen juice and thawing it and then putting it in the refrigerator. And one thing our customers appreciate is like all frozen juices in plastic and all fresh juices in glass. It just kind of differentiates them. And also when they buy it then at home, they have fresh juice in glass and they have their frozen juices even thawed in the fridge are in plastic. So it just shows you there's a good clear distinction, but we're not doing any weird things, you know? We juice it. When we juice for frozen, it goes frozen right away. And I would prefer that over like a 6-day-old fresh juice. You know, I would prefer a freshly frozen over a 6-day-old fresh juice because the oxidation process is much less. And in my mind, nutritionally, it's better. I don't know the science on after 5 days, you know, how much nutritional value is lost from a cold pressed juice, but anyways, all to say, our customers really love it, and they come in. Usually, how it always goes is they buy a couple frozen for later on in the week and a couple fresh for right now, and it just works wonderfully. And if for some reason our fresh stock goes like crazy, then customers can shop the frozen stock. And it has just given us such versatility and so many options here in-house. So we freeze all of our juices. We have a bunch of frozen ones. We also freeze our ginger shots, which are wonderful, as customers love to buy those. And we have as a tip, we have a clear glass top display freezer. So customers, you know, clearly can walk in if they're brand new and see the beautiful juice in the freezer and say, what's this? Versus if it was like a solid top where you couldn't see through it, customers might just completely bypass it. So you definitely want that visual. We have it right by our fresh juice. We have our big fresh cooler and our frozen cooler. If you go to our Instagram, JK Juices, we market it and post stories and videos about it all the time. So you can see on JK Juices Instagram what it looks like as we're selling to our customers. But as far as farmers markets, which is what I really wanted to talk about, such a great way, because we get the question all the time from customers or from people we consult, can I make juice, freeze it, then thaw it and take it to the farmer's market? Because they're trying to increase their production, you know. They can only make so much. They're like, can I make juice 2 weeks before the farmer's market or a big event that I'm doing, freeze it, then thaw it? And we do not recommend that. Just integrity wise, it feels wrong. If I am going to a farmer's market, to an event, and I am being marketed and sold that this is fresh, cold pressed juice made local, you know, I'm assuming that you did that this is fresh, that it was relatively just made, you know, and that there's nothing weird going on. Just like how when I go somewhere and if I see fresh cold pressed, then I learn that it's pasteurized, you know, I feel integrity wise like I can't really trust this company. And so we don't want to do any of that. But what you can do absolutely is take frozen juice to the farmer's market and sell it as frozen juice, right? This would go over so amazingly well. We don't go to farmers markets anymore, or we just haven't been to one for a really long time. But if we did, I would be taking frozen juice. I would be taking fresh and frozen. One, as the business owner, you are able to capitalize on your labor hours and you know, good sales on produce and all of that by offering frozen, right? You can make a bunch of juice a week before the market or whenever you have availability in your schedule. Maybe, you know, your farmer's market's on Saturday and Tuesdays are when you have the best time to juice. You make all of your frozen juice on Tuesday, right? Because you can freeze it and you'll take it on Saturday, it's still good, but then you do your farmer's market juicing fresh on Friday, but right before the market. So it just allows you that extra margin for juicing. But then from a customer standpoint, if I went to a farmer's market and I roll up on this cute juice booth and they're like, hi, we do organic cold pressed juice. We've got fresh juice that was just made yesterday, and then we've got frozen juice that was made earlier in the week. And the frozen is great if you're looking to kind of stock up and have it in a couple weeks. It's good in your freezer for 3 months, or if you're wanting like a slushie right now. Because what a customer could do is get the frozen juice, you know, put it in their little baggie for 2 hours, or not even that, an hour, and it would start to go slushy. Kids love to get the frozen juices, and just like we have, I'll show them to you, but even just the normal size frozen ones, you know, they like to use a spoon and just kind of eat it like a slushie, and it starts to thaw and they drink a little bit. Like, it's really a fun activity, and it's just so great. So I cannot recommend enough taking frozen juice to the farmer's market this year. It will increase your sales, increase your productivity, your all around margin, your all around, you know, ability to serve your customers. Because customers inevitably are going to be like, oh, I really want some for later on in the week, and it's like, oh, but this expires in 5 days. What am I going to do? It's like, buy frozen, buy the frozen line, and you know, you'll be good. And so we've gotten the question on like, how do you keep it frozen in the cooler, blah 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 blah. You'll never know until you just try. So with everything farmers markets, there's a lot of trial and error and just seeing what happens. But I would assume a cooler full of frozen juice, 100 frozen juices, is going to stay pretty darn frozen. They make like electric coolers too that keep cold, but you have to have access to electricity. So all to say, I would just test it. But I think a cooler full of frozen hard cold juices is going to stay pretty cold. Keep it closed. Don't be opening it like unless you really need to open it. With farmers markets, I always recommend a display like paper. Don't put your juices out on display. They're not going to stay cold. When I see farmers markets that like keep the juice out and like with ice, like this much ice is covering the juice and this much juice is out in 90-degree temperature. I think it's always best just to keep all the juice in a cooler and then have a big print menu, and on that print menu are pictures of the juice so they can see what a shark juice looks like. Even though they can't see the juice in the cooler, they can see a really good picture, marketing picture of it, which, you know, communicates what it's like. If you're going through, this is a terrible example, but if you're going through the fast food, you know, and they have pictures of the food you're getting, like, oh, that's the salad, that's the sandwich, I want this. The same thing with the juice. You want good pictures of your juice with your farmer's market menu display so that customers can see it, because you don't want to be opening, you don't want to have your juice on display when it's 95 degrees outside. I do not want warm juice. I want nice and cold. cold juice. So that's what your customers, assume that's what your customers would want as well. But if you haven't thought about taking frozen juice to a farmer's market, to your summer events, absolutely do so. I just think it's a no-brainer, and if you haven't thought about offering it in store, consider that as well, as it has gone over so well for us. It might be a good option for you guys as well. And even if you don't offer it in store, like front of the house, like I said, what we did for a year was we just offered it pre-order online, and people would buy 30-pack celeries, frozen celery, 30-pack immunity packs, just a 30-pack variety. I mean, it just works so well. And we always kind of communicate it with the stock your freezer kind of communication. So we also always get this question, do you freeze in glass? Absolutely not. They will explode. And if they don't explode, then it's just not smart. Like you don't want glass clinking around in your freezer. So anyways, freeze in plastic, as that's the best option. Just leave a little bit of room at the top. Your lid will bubble up the smallest bit. And these bottles are from Uline. They're the 12-ounce plastic bottles from Uline, and they don't leak. Always be careful looking for consulting. Our next masterclass is in June. We start June 20th, and that comes with all of our curriculum, a bunch of training videos, our private mentorship group for 6 weeks, all the things. It's our full class. If you're wanting just like our recipes, so if you're wanting these recipes, our shark juice, our shots, our cleanses, our full menu, you can get our recipe ebook that's linked below, or our profit margin calculator. If you don't know your numbers, your business numbers, and you're like stressed out, what's my profit margin? We have a wonderful calculator for that. So all of our resources are below. This is always a question. If you purchase an ebook or the calculator and then you want to do the masterclass later, do you get a discount? Yes, absolutely. We discount your masterclass. So yeah, if you're not ready to do the full class, maybe look into the smaller resources and then get into one of the classes later. So we usually do like 4 or 5 master classes every year. So the next one starts in June 20th, next month. We'd love to have you in it if you're looking to open a juice business. So, all right guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to share this tip as you all are going into farmers market season. But have a great day. See you next time. Bye.